Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers, Champagne Beverage, as we tape right here from Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. We're going to go ahead and put up the Southland Conference standings for you now. And, Coach, we can see here three-way tie at the top, but your club with the overall best record, so you're technically in first place right now at 12-6, but there's still a lot of baseball to be played.
There is. There's 4 weeks left, and obviously this is now time to crunch time. You know, this is time to really play our best baseball and get after it, not time to relax, because obviously second place we've done plenty of times, and we're not happy with it, and we're not just trying to sit there at top. We're trying to win the sucker.
Well, Coach, we mentioned it earlier on the program. You've played 23 games. You're in your last 23 games, you're 18-5. Well, this is a big weekend as you're going to go on the road and take on Sam Houston State. Came out of the gates this year on fire. I don't want to say they've been scuffling, but they haven't been playing as well as they were earlier in the year, but always a dangerous team with the Bearcats.
Yeah, a very talented team, and the Sam Houston bunch, obviously they were ranked as high as number 16 in the country early in the year, had some big wins with Texas and Rice and Houston early in the year, and got in the Southland Conference play, scuffled a little bit. Picked it up, and then had a rough weekend last weekend pitching-wise. But anytime you go to Sam Houston State, especially at their place, it's going to be a tough environment to play in. But the good thing about it is I like our guys on the road. Our guys have done a good job this year. We took the 2 out of 3 at Central Arc and the 2 out of 3 at Corpus Christi. So I like our bunch on the road against Sam Houston.
Well, Coach, this week also your team receives some votes in the polls, and this is a big week for your club because people around the country, they know about Sam Houston State, and then they certainly know about what your opponent for next week in the midweek is doing right now, as you're going to take on UL Lafayette, a team that Southeastern has had a ton of success with over the last few years, but they are as high as number 2 in the country in some polls right now. Yeah,
you know, they've really had a fantastic year, kind of a storybook year for them so far. I think they're 36-5 or something like that, number 2 team in the country. They swing the bats extremely well, but obviously I like our pitching matchup. You know, we know how to pitch it and play defense as good as any of them, and so obviously next week will be a fun environment at home and obviously there in Cajun land as well.
And the Cajuns will be coming right here to Hammond for one of those games. It's got to be one of the highest ranked teams ever to come to Hammond, so you're not going to want to miss that. If you were at the LSU game earlier in this year, let's make it that same type of atmosphere as the Lions look up to knock off a top 5 nationally ranked team right there at Alumni Field. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank Coach Matt Reiser for being here like he is each and every week. As make sure you follow your Lions this weekend as they're on the road for a big Southland Conference matchup against Sam Houston State. For Coach Matt Reiser, I'm Alan Waddell. We'll see you next week.